my name is Megan. I'm a Norwex independent sales consultant, and I'm here today to talk to you about our Safe Haven 5 package. So you may be wondering what makes Norwex better than your traditional microfiber that you can buy at the store that may be a lot cheaper. So one of the main things that makes us stand out compared to other microfiber is the size of the strands or fibers that our cloths are made up of. So to be classified as microfiber, the strands in a cloth have to be 1/6 the size of a human hair. And Norwex microfiber cloths, our fibers are 1/200 the size of a human hair. So that gives you a ton more surface area to be able to pick up more of those dirt and germs and things like that off the surfaces. So another thing that makes us kind of stand out among the crowd of microfiber is that we have micro silver embedded into our cloths. So that's embedded in there. You don't have to worry about it coming out. You don't have to worry about it scratching your surfaces or anything like that. But there is silver within these cloths that works as an antimicrobial, keeps from mold and mildew and other germy bacteria, things like that from growing within your cloths, which keeps them from getting smelly like other cloths get as quickly, okay? So, our starter cloth, one of our main starter cloths is the Envirocloth. So this one we consider it to be the E for everything cloth. So this is a really great starter one because you can literally clean nearly every surface in your home using this cloth. You can clean hard surfaces, soft surfaces, any kind of surface like that, anything that scratches easily, any kind of surface whatsoever, you can clean with this cloth. So you may be wondering why you would want to buy other Norwex cloths if you can do everything with this one. So some of our cloths are more absorbent than others, some of them have more scrubbing power than others, some of them are better at polishing, which is what I'm going to bring up next. This is our window cloth, which is our polishing cloth. So this one's good. These two work together hand in hand. They really go together perfectly, and this would be the most basic starter order that I would recommend for somebody who's just getting into Norwex would be the basic package, which includes your Envirocloth and your window cloth. So you can use these things together to clean every surface in your home. This leaves windows, mirrors, anything like that, any kind of glass surface. It leaves them completely streak-free, which I know is hard to believe, but I've actually tried to leave streaks with the window cloth on my mirrors and on my windows, and I've not been successful yet. So Norwex has passed my test on cleaning windows easily and quickly without leaving streaks. So if you don't like streaks on your windows and you want to be able to clean windows and mirrors and things like that a lot faster and a lot easier, you definitely need this cloth. So if your windows or mirrors are extra dirty, you can start off with the Envirocloth wet and then go over it with the window cloth dry. If my mirrors and windows aren't super soiled and dirty looking, then I'll just get this a little bit damp and I'll just wipe down my mirror or my window with that and walk away, and then it cleans without leaving any kind of streaks, any kind of chemical residue, anything like that. So these cloths work really great together. So I'm going to kind of demonstrate the two of them together. So if you're like me, you have little kids, or maybe you've had little kids in the past, or you're just around little kids. If so, then you probably know that they have very greasy little grubby fingers that they like to put on mirrors and glass and windows and all kinds of other things in your home. So the way that I'm going to kind of demonstrate that is by putting some butter on this window here. So, you know, traditionally we don't have butter on our windows, but that's pretty greasy of a substance, and most cleaners are not going to take that off very easily and very quickly. So I've got a spoon with some butter on it here. So I'm just going to rub that on this window. Get that good and rubbed in there and good and streaky there. So next I'm going to take, this is just a travel size Envirocloth, so I'm just going to use it for now. I've got this wet. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to rub it over the butter. And then, so all the butter, you can see it in the cloth there. So then I'll just fold that over so I have a nice clean surface to work from so that it has the most ability to absorb the most. And then I kind of folded it over one more time just to go over this one more time and make sure that I have picked up all the butter from this surface. So then after I'm done with that and I've gotten the majority of the butter, then I'm going to use my window cloth. You can use this dry if you've already cleaned with the Envirocloth and your surface is a little bit damp. So then I'm just going to go over with the window cloth. So like I said, I have tried to leave streaks. Even with this butter, you would think that this would leave streaks, but there's not a streak on the window anymore. So all the butter's gone, there's no butter residue, no greasiness to the window. It feels completely clean and streak-free as well. So you know that the Norwex Envirocloth and window cloth can help you. I like to keep, we have what's called the microfiber variety pack, and that comes with a little travel-sized Envirocloth like this, and then a window cloth that's the same size as this, and then a body cloth as well, which I'll talk about in maybe some other videos or something. So the body cloth is the same size as this. It's a little bit of a different weave, and it's good for using on your body, your face, things like that. So I like to keep one of those sets of the microfiber variety pack in my car, because then you never know when you may need to clean your windows of your car or anything like that your kids have touched or got their little french fry fingers on. You can just give them a good wipe down and you're good to go. And then the body cloth is also convenient to have if you do have little kids, or even if you don't have kids. You never know when you might need to clean something off of your hands or faces or anything like that. So works better than using 35 wet wipes to clean a kid's face or their hands or something like that. So all you have to do is have a bottle of water or some kind of water spray bottle or something like that in your car, and you can use that there too. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is the dusting mitt. So sorry about that, my phone cut off on me. So I've got some flour on this plate. So flour is kind of a good way to represent like dust, because I don't just have dust collecting on plate, but this is a good demonstration for it. So this is our dust mitt. It has a lot fluffier of a microfiber, so it's a lot more plush. So what you want to do with it is you kind of take this and you can kind of rub it on your pants to make it kind of staticky. So that static actually attracts the dust from your surfaces. So this helps to not have to dust as often, because it removes all of the dust from the surface and then locks it in here so it doesn't get away and go floating back through the air right back onto the surface where you already cleaned. Another way that it helps you have to dust less is because traditional dusting products actually leave a residue on surfaces that attracts dust back to that surface. So then you have to use more product to clean off the dust, and then it just keeps in that never-ending cycle of always having to dust your house. So this removes the dust and actually helps you to not have to dust nearly as often. So that's, I don't know about you, but that's a wonderful thing. So I'm going to take this plate with the flour on it. I'm going to take this dusting mitt and I'm going to go over this plate here, kind of wiping it around here. And I have officially gotten all the dust off of this plate, and it is all in the mitt here. So when you do that, then the next thing that you would do is take either your Norwex rubber brush, or you can use your hand, whatever you prefer, dust that off into the trash can there, and then you're ready with a fresh new mitt to be able to go back and do more surfaces after you've brushed that off. You'll want to re-static it again, either with the rubber brush or with your pants, or however you want to re-static your dusting mitt. You'll want to do that and then go on to the next surface and dust it until this gets full, and then you'll want to brush it out and then you can start over again. So that works really great. Those three products together are called the household package. So that's another great package if you want that dusting mitt as well as the other two, the Envirocloth and the window cloth. Those go great together, and then you can clean all those surfaces in your house, and you can do all that without using harmful chemicals or anything like that. Those three products also have a kid's version, each one. So here is the kid size dusting mitt. So that's good for little kids to be able to just slip that onto their hand, and they can walk around and wipe off the walls, wipe off the dust on the baseboards, anything like that. Anything that needs dusting, you can let the kids take over if they're still young enough that they enjoy helping you clean. So that's good there. They also have the kids' window cloth to be able to clean their own sticky fingerprint messes off of the glass. And then the kids' Envirocloth, which they can clean, like I said before, virtually any surface in your home. So that's a good way to get the kids involved and to teach them how to help clean the house and help pick up after themselves. So the next thing I'm going to tell you about is the cleaning paste. So we call the cleaning paste elbow grease in a jar. So I've got this flooring sample, a wood flooring sample that I got from Home Depot or Lowe's, somewhere like that. And I've got a Sharpie marker that I'm going to write on this flooring sample with. So I'm going to just write on here because, like I said, I have little kids. So many times so far, I have already walked in and found where they have written on something that they should not have written on. And now I've got to try to clean it off. So our cleaning paste, like I said, is what we consider elbow grease in a jar. This is just kind of a sample size of it. The jar that you actually get is a good bit bigger than this, and it will last you more than likely years because you use so little of it at a time. So it's a hard powder in here. It's not really a paste, it's kind of a hard powder in here. So when you take your wet Envirocloth and you wipe it on there, I'll show you what it does here. So it turns into a paste on your cloth. So you just get a little bit of that on there. And then I'll show you this here. So this is not gonna just come off. So this is pretty well on there. Like I said, it is a Sharpie on a wood floor sample. So I've got this on my Envirocloth here, the cleaning paste. So I'm just gonna show you here how quick and easy this takes it off. And I'm not scrubbing at all. I'm just lightly wiping this with the cleaning paste on it, and that's already removed all of that Sharpie marker off of the flooring sample here. So then that leaves your floor nice and clean, and nobody would ever know that somebody had written on it with a Sharpie marker. So that's a really great thing to have for any kind of stuck-on messes. I like to use it on my glass top stove. It's really, really great for that. I've done before where you do the baking soda and the vinegar and the different things like that and let it soak on there for 20 or 30 minutes and then go in and scrub as hard as you can with that little scrubber thing that comes with the flat top and all that kind of stuff and scraping it. So this cleaning paste has made that so much easier because I use that and either my Envirocloth or one of our sponges and clean that and scrub that off there, and it goes away and makes it look brand new again. So that's really great if you have a flat top stove because it makes that cleaning that job way easier. When you have where your water's boiled over or something else on your stove, it makes that so much better. So that's another one that I would highly recommend. The last product in the Safe Haven 5 is the laundry detergent. So Norwex recommends that you wash your cloths in a natural free and clear detergent. So we have a liquid detergent, which I've got here, and a powder detergent, which I don't really have the bag with me, but it's just a powder detergent in a bag. So the powder detergent, you get 100 high efficiency loads out of that one bag, and this bottle here of the liquid detergent, you get 215 loads out of that bottle. So you may be wondering how in the world you get that many loads out of this bottle because it's not that giant of a bottle. So normal traditional detergents have tons and tons of fillers and other chemicals and things like that in them. So that's why you have to use so much more. So the Norwex detergent is free from all those fillers and things like that. So that's why you can use so much less per load to actually get the job done. So Norwex recommends that you use a natural detergent like that because, like I said before, with these cloths, there's so much space in between all the fibers. All the individual fibers have little space between them, and that's where the dust and the dirt and everything else gets locked into these. So if you use a detergent, like a traditional detergent that has fillers and other chemicals and things like that, you can actually get buildup in your cloths, which is not great for them and makes them less good at their job. So they aren't able to pick up nearly as much if you get these all full of other junk like those fillers and the chemicals and all that kind of stuff. So that's why the Safe Haven 5 package is a really great package to start with, is because you get the Envirocloth, the window cloth, the dusting mitt, the cleaning paste, and a bottle or pouch of detergent to be able to wash your cloths with. I always recommend to people, if you don't already use a natural or free and clear detergent to just go ahead and get one that you use for just washing your cloths with. Even if you don't switch to natural detergent for all the rest of your clothes, at least just have one on hand to be able to use with your Norwex cloths, just to keep them from getting that buildup in them.